What if the Star Wars prequels came first in 1977? What would change? How would lives be affected? How will we perceive Star Wars as a whole? Hello everyone, I'm Keith, and let's talk some Star Wars. And today I have that question to answer. Before we get started, I actually want to say I did look this up on YouTube, and there are already people who already answered this. I didn't watch them, this is my own opinion, my own theory, so I'm not copying anyone. So if I do end up copying someone, I don't mean to. I haven't watched any videos. Trust me on this, alright? I tell the truth. I've seen like 2 videos just looking at the list when I typed it in the search bar on YouTube. I did not watch it, so that out of the way, I just want to continue with my statement. So here we go. If the Star Wars prequels came first, they would not look like the way they are. They would not be CGI. A lot of the stuff would probably be handmade. A lot of the props, like the droids, would probably be people in suits. They probably wouldn't look like, you know, ant-like figures. Have you ever noticed the droids look like ants? I kind of figured that out like a month ago. They look like ants. They wouldn't probably look like that. I mean, I could see them, you know, building the droid props and kind of building a green suit or a blue suit, kind of camouflaging in. When they do it in post-production, it'll look like a droid. But I don't know if that'll look weird. I mean, probably. But a lot of it probably props, a lot of settings. I mean, even in the prequels itself, some of the props were actually made in real life. They weren't CGI, they were just amplified. And, you know, CGI was applied to it. But the props were made before using a CGI. Like, they were actually, like, the pod race, you know, the stadium, that was actually made in minifigure, which then they took it in the computer, I think, and made it in CGI. I could be wrong on that. But a lot of stuff was made in actual props, which you probably would have used in the actual movie. I think Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, would probably be good, because since it's the first Star Wars movie in 1977, taking that into effect, George Lucas wouldn't want to botch it up. He would actually want to make it good, and actually make an impression like he did with the original Star Wars. He wanted to show his passion, because he was under a lot of stress. You wouldn't want to make Jar Jar a character that farts and is for little kids. That wouldn't go under his radar. He would make every character meaningful, make all of them good, which also means that it probably would be good then. It wouldn't have the cringy dialogue or kind of the silliness. I wouldn't really say cringy in Episode 1 that much, but it would be silly dialogue. And a lot of confusing stuff like the Metachlorians probably wouldn't. I mean, it could be, since it's the first Star Wars movie, you can introduce whatever you want. As long as it's an interesting story, everything else will follow. Also, the casting would probably be the same, except the characters will be different. For example, Mark Hamill would probably be in interviews talking about how he got the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which would be weird, but I can see that happening. Who else would it be? Christopher Lee, who played Dooku in Episode 2, probably wouldn't play Dooku in this situation, because Star Wars is brand new. Probably, Tarkin, actor, played Tarkin, Peter something, I could get his name wrong. But he would probably play Dooku. And when they were making original trilogies, in my scenario, Christopher Lee would probably play Tarkin. It'll be vice versa, it'll be switched, it'll be pretty weird, but cool. Like, I love to see this in actual reality. You know, I get Rick's Pearl Gun for Rick and Morty gets traveled to another dimension where we'll see the Star Wars prequels come out in the 70s and 80s, and the original trilogies come out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, that'll be crazy, that'll be cool. I think all that will be going down. And I think the one thing that would probably be different in the original trilogies would probably be that George Lucas, back in the day, in the early 2000s, late 90s, he decided to just do whatever he wanted. So the original trilogies probably wouldn't be that good, in a sense, to the original fans, but I think over time, like we experience with the prequels now, people love it. So I think, like, all execution may not be the best, but I think underneath it, under the layers, we'll see the true meaning of the original trilogy, which we all know already. We what George Lucas wants, because the story's still going to be told. He already had, like, this 6-part story already made, so nothing too much will change, just the way it looks, the acting. You know, we're not going to have Ewan McGregor or Hayden Christensen play Anakin or Obi-Wan. It's probably going to be, they're probably going to play, who even knows? Who knows if Ewan McGregor was only probably casted to play Obi-Wan. I don't know if they're going to play anyone else. it would be weird if Ewan McGregor would play Han Solo. That would be kind of cool. And Anakin could play Luke. And people, because Anakin has that whiny feeling in episode 4, Luke has that whininess, so it kind of fits all together. In that sense, we have episode 6 is still, who knows what's going to happen, it's all still going to be whiny. Because George Lucas was surrounded by yes men, no one really said anything, none of the actors would say anything against him. All the dialogue that Mark Hamill was talking about back in the day, he probably would kind of enforce that to the actors, to kind of say these long, weird dialogue that normal people wouldn't say, only people in the galaxy would understand.
But we can't turn back. Fear is their greatest defense. I doubt if the actual security there is any greater than it was on Aquilai or Solus, and what there is most likely directed towards a large-scale assault.
Those are my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? I think that Star Wars will be more perceived well, and I think it will be more interesting if the prequels came out first. But we don't live in that reality. Sadly, people still hate the prequels. I don't get why. I never really did. I get it a little bit, but people just hate the prequels. I don't know why. Not only, the original trilogy isn't the only trilogy that's good. The prequels have good things in them. But I think if the prequels came out first, people would see that. It'll probably be vice versa. People think the original trilogy is bad. But, what am I to judge? I don't know. But, if you guys have enjoyed this video, why don't you hit that like button, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm planning to do more of these what if videos, or kind of more discussion videos I have. This is kind of the first, because I had this question since I was like a child, knowing like what if the prequels came first in the 70s and 80s, like what would change? These are my theories. This isn't a full list or in-depth, it's just my thoughts on it. So if you guys have enjoyed, hopefully you have. I'm gonna go now, so bye.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living